My apology. Okay, can we start again?
Off the cuff, right? Yeah, yeah.
Did I put my hands behind my back or?
It's a place to feel alive, and then I can put it aside and one day share it with the world.
I didn't cry. Well, almost not.
No one can write like you. You're a unique voice.
It is the only thing that gives me hope. To me, that's what writing is all about. Hope.
The power of the collective is that you are supported.
Magic happens. Absolute magic.
I keep searching in the past for hints of who I am. In the end, where I'm from is just a reflection of where I am headed.
My first memory reaches out of the past, like the first lick of the first popsicle on the first day of summer for the rest of my life.
I simply don't understand this place. Lies, a place full of liars.
I am from an island of rolling seas and sand dunes.
I am from waters so deep, I do not sugarcoat my feelings.
I am from the blackness of the black, from the incorruptible, from the she who is mistaken for a he.
Where I'm from, we have 2 seasons. The rich water their gardens. The not so rich barely have water to drink or bathe.
I am from the lost innocence of childhood, stolen in the darkness of night.
I come from a dark place, inflicted on me. A place I'd like to forget. Memory is not so forgiving.
I come not from any one place on the map. Trace the shape of my eyes, the curve of my cheek. I wear my ancestors on my face.
I am from broken dreams, fastened together with the agony of knowing that there is no cure for poverty and loneliness, only the hope I will be heard, I will be loved. I am the product of DNA, of mysteries and magic. I try hard to be loving, humble, stoic, and brave, yet the tears I cry are almost an ocean. I am from one infinite moment. I am never to be forgotten. I am from here, this wonderful, frightening, lost world of ours. I am from here, this wonderful, frightening, redeemed world of ours. I am from you, a reflection of all that is unique. I am a unique particle of God's vast creation.
Low-lying cloud hides the holy mountain's peak. A veil of mist hides its magnificence. Do you too wear a veil? Tear down that veil, reveal your magnificence to the world, to yourself. Wash the dust from your feet, put on your best shoes, dance to your new life, celebrate your existence.
In the house of my father, I was always small. With a smirk and a nod, I knew it was time to leave the room. I would often go to my parents' closet, my father's stuff on one side, mother's on the other. It was always to his that I ventured. I would put on his big black shoes. I walked around the bedroom in circles. I coveted the power of the big shoes, aching to grow into them.
You would be so pretty if you straightened your hair. You'd be so pretty if you just wore some makeup. You'd be so pretty if you walked like a lady. You'd be so pretty if your skin weren't so dark. You'd be so pretty if you lost a few pounds. But wait, I would be so pretty if I just stopped listening. I'd be so pretty if I smiled at my reflection. I'd be so pretty if I wore my own style. But then, I would only be pretty. So keep your pretty, petty words, because I am fresh, fierce, and confident. I am me, and I am beautiful.
On the wall, my mother has pictures of the Beatles. I know who they are. And there's a picture with a song, All You Need Is Love, in funny letters. I read it from the bottom up. Love is need you all. Love need is all you. Love need is all you. I think about what it means. Like, how did I not see it before? It's so clear to me. I can't not see it anymore. And then he touches me under the covers, my knee, and love need is all you.
You left for your final pilgrimage. That first day you closed your eyes as you prepared for your journey alone and waited for me to wish you on your way as hours turned to days, to months, and tears to years, while my fears hid my words from my courage. You stayed serenely asleep, undisturbed by this maddening world, as if waiting patiently to be woken by magic things, like the fairy tales you would read to me. I kept you for me, pinned to my heart.
Into the okra soup I have fallen, conquered by treacherous fate. A church mouse I have become, yet I refuse to speak and act like one who kneels. Under the pressure to live up to societal norms, I refuse to succumb to conformity. Under the pressure to consent to chainless chains, I refuse to be shackled. Soft as water, yet solid as a rock. Vulnerable yet indomitable. Akili yangu ndiyo serikali yangu.
During that summer, the summer of 1984, we had a massive rainstorm. Trees were knocked down, power lines were out for days, torrential warm water flooded over our streets. No one else on the street ventured outside but Mandy and me. We jumped in puddles and played in the warm rain. For the first time in my life, I felt the freedom to be a child, to play with a friend, although smaller, without being bullied, without judgment. I suddenly knew what the word carefree actually meant.
The second dead body that I ever saw was one that I saw die. My friend Brian and I were picking hobblebush berries on the corner of 36th Street and Marina Avenue when Ricky Carmichael tripped and fell just as the garbage truck was backing up. He was one of those kids that had a perpetual sneer. You never knew if he was going to start giggling or frothing at the mouth. The garbage truck tire squished Ricky's head like a melon. There is no other word for it. Squish, but louder, like squish. To this day, no matter how many different screams I've heard in real life or in the movies, I've never heard anything quite like Ricky Carmichael's mother's scream that afternoon.
The scene froze, etched in my brain. I couldn't rewind or press play. I floated outside of my body as if in a dream, a nightmare. The detective said something about his daughter's graduation. He had to leave. He handed me his card. On the back, he wrote the coroner's number. I staggered away, stunned. The sun blinded us as we spilled out onto the street. It was 30 degrees, but I shivered to my core. We sat on a concrete bench facing Dundas Street West, the same street we'd entered from an hour earlier, but nothing would ever be the same again. It was the end of my world.
Musibe, the hairdresser, that isn't her real name. She's Proscovia, but we call her Prosy, sold her body to hundreds of strangers to feed her children. We are all Basibe, prisoners, inmates, convicts, who fought, disfigured, maimed, stole, lied, concealed, forged, undressed, sold. We are all wearing yellow dresses, canary yellow, loose-fitting, knee-length, with made in Uganda labels that itch.
I have depressions that won't smooth out, scratches that can't be buffed, grooves unable to be filled. The damage is permanent. My skin bears witness to events of shape, of change, bent, not broken. I grow despite burden, to spite my burden. I am victorious. I am whole.
I am too poor to pay attention. I have no new clothes. Nothing fits in my closet. Nothing fits in my thoughts. I don't get to say what's on my mind. I can't remember everything I do day to day. Nothing fits in my heart. Nothing fits in my soul. My loneliness is not yours. My illness is not either. You can't cure me by passing me by, but you don't notice if I live or die. Nothing fits in my soul. Nothing fits, I'm too old. My art and thoughts are my friends. Poets are the ones who watch and wait, but often poets are just too late to change your mind. Do you have change for me? I don't want it for much, I just am poor, so nothing fits of my clothes. Some are too big, others too old. Nothing fits in my imagination. I stand on the fault line between being old and not noticed. No one sees me on the streetcar unless I cry or piss myself. Then I'm embarrassed because nothing fits to change into. Nothing fits, I feel sad. Nothing fits, but still I'm glad. I'm free enough not to judge anyone but me.